we start off with the managers, mate. Craziness. Like it seems like everyone's decided, oh, you know what, this summer we're gonna leave clubs. You got Palace, you got Wolves, you got Everton now, Tottenham, all without managers. I mean, from what I'm hearing, you've got Lampard going Palace. Then it was Nunes going Palace. Now Nunes is going Everton. Now Ancelotti's left. Then you've got, as I said, Lampard going Palace. You got Conte going Tottenham. Last week it was Pochettino. Now it's Conte. So then rumours about Pochettino using Tottenham, I think, were probably right, to be honest. But yeah, with the Everton one, I mean, you can't really say you're surprised really with Ancelotti going back to Real Madrid. You know, he did all right there, didn't he? He won the Champions League with them and stuff. So if they become calling, probably double his wages or something or whatever. He's gonna be happy with that. And then you've got obviously all the rumours start, and you've got David Moyes being linked going back to Everton. I mean, I don't think he will, because obviously he's in Europe, West Ham. He's building something there, but there's history, you know, the sentimental factor. So I don't know, but I'm hearing Nunes might go there. I'm hoping it's the case. I can't believe I'm actually sitting here saying, no, Moyes, you have to stay.
It's one of those things, isn't it? Like you've seen like Ancelotti, like you mentioned, gone to Real Madrid. I mean, it doesn't take much to leave Everton to go to Real Madrid, does it? Let's be honest. And then thinking about it, next season, El Clasico is going to be the battle of two former Everton managers. You've got Ronald Koeman at Barcelona if he stays, and then Ancelotti at Real Madrid. So it's like an Everton derby, which is, it just goes to show that state that those two clubs are in, if those are the two managers they've gone for. But yeah, and then you've got who will take over at Everton. Like I was seeing yesterday, there was a lot of talk about Steven Gerrard going to Everton. And I was like, this cannot be true. There's no way he would do it. There's no chance.
I don't think he would do it, but it'd be a good fit.
Yeah,
I don't think Gerrard would be a good fit at Liverpool, personally. I just don't think I think as a legend of the club, as a player, you should never go and manage that club. I just feel like you're going to tarnish your reputation. Like, look at Lampard.
Yeah.
Most of their fans wanted him gone, but they're not going to say it because it's, you know, their legend, their player, you know. And that's where it gets, you have to let your head rule your heart. And some people can't do that. So I don't think Gerrard should ever go to Liverpool. I think he should, if he's going to go to Everton, it's just a job at the end of the day. It's not like he's gone and playing there and he's going to win trophies by playing and scoring goals against Liverpool. It's as simple as that, really. But
yeah, I think Gerrard's done the smart thing. Like Lampard, I know the opportunity came and he managed Chelsea, but he was far too inexperienced. Like you said, he should have thought about it and gone, actually, will this chance come again? Probably not. But will it ruin my managerial career if it doesn't go right? Yes. And it has. Because they were talking about him being a young, promising manager. Now, you know, he's not won anything with Chelsea and they spent all that money and all of the rest of it. And then you can see what Tuchel's done with Chelsea afterwards when they had an experienced coach. So
this is it, mate. I mean, you look at it, as a manager, you've got to have a philosophy. You can't just go in and wing it. And I think like that's what Lampard's done. He went in and winged it. And I was watching I watch a lot of TalkSport now. And I was watching some guy talking on there. And he reckons that Lampard deserves a Champions League medal because he got Chelsea so far in the Champions League. I mean, to be fair, he made a good point about if a player plays the group stages and then he leaves in January, he gets the Champions League medal if that team goes on to win it. Yep. So why should the manager? But I'm like, come on, it's a bit stupid.
It's a stretch, isn't it? But I can see where the logic applies, but I think it's different for the managers because you wouldn't want it though, would you? Say, for example, you got sacked from Chelsea and then you get a Champions League winning medal. You haven't won it. Like, you haven't personally done it. Like, as
no, it's like, do you know what it's like? It's like you break up with your ex and then a new boyfriend gets her pregnant and then she calls you and says, oh, I'm going to put your name on a child's birth certificate.
I was just having a drink. I nearly spat all over the screen. It's a good analogy.
Someone else's work.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, he shouldn't be getting a Champions League medal. Like, I think sometimes on TalkSport, they say things just to get viewers to phone in to have a go at them, and that's probably one of them that's like got people's backs up, isn't it? So yeah, it's a strange one. But
I mean, I personally hope Moyes doesn't go, but it is what it is. So what are you feeling about Conte?
not another Chelsea reject. Like, he's a proven winner, to be fair. Like, he's won Serie A with Juventus, with Inter. He did well at Chelsea. He won things. But again, it's Conte's way or the highway. It's another Mourinho, basically. He's just not as outdated as Mourinho. Like, he's still quite current. He does have a philosophy, which is fine. But I just don't think, I can't see him. Why would he want to come to Tottenham? For what reason? To win the Conference League?
I think so. I initially thought, and we both agreed on this, that he'll go Real Madrid.
Yeah.
But when you dived into it more, into it all, with the financial situation of Real Madrid, he left in at Milan because he's not getting money to add to the squad. And he's also been told that he has to sell quite a bit of his main players like Lukaku and stuff, because Inter want more of a young team and they need the money or whatever. And Real Madrid are rumoured to be in the same position. They're rumoured to be selling Hazard and Varane and all these players because they need the money. So if he went there, it would have been the same situation. The only thing I can think of with Tottenham is if they're going to go for him and he's going to go there, is they've said to him, look, if you come, we won't sell Kane. Or if we do sell Kane, we'll give you all the money so you can bring in who you want. And then they'll say to him, here's a bag full of money, basically. That's yours to keep. And you're in the Premier League. Like, that's the only thing I can think, because like, you've done it with Chelsea, you've then gone to Inter and done it with them. Like, going to Tottenham's a step back, realistically.
It is massive. That's why I don't understand why he would want to do it. Like, you've won the Premier League. Like, okay, maybe there isn't another job in Europe at the moment, so there's no really big jobs in the Bundesliga, or the PSG job isn't available. And there's not, Barcelona or Real Madrid is now not available either. So he's probably thought.
That's the only thing I think, that Pochettino goes Tottenham and then he goes PSG. That's the only thing I can think of. But other than that, if he does go Tottenham, it's gonna be a weird appointment, in my opinion. It'd be good for Tottenham and their fans, because as you said, he's a proven winner. But are you as fan base prepared to have that kind of football again? Because he plays five at the back. And I don't think Kane works in the five at the back, because he needs people in and around him. If you're playing five at the back, three in midfield, that don't leave that many players around Kane or running beyond Kane, which he likes to do, with Son. So
it's a strange one, isn't it? If we play the same sort of formation that England play with Southgate at the World Cup, I think we'll be fine, because he plays wingers in the five at the back as well, with like Rashford and Sterling, etc. So I think Kane will be fine. But I watched Kane last night, and to be honest with you, if he goes, it'd be a blessing for us. He comes too deep now. Like, he was on the halfway line spraying balls. It was like, no, that's not your job.
I saw highlights of that game last night, and that chance he missed. It was reminiscent of the Croatia game in the World Cup. He only had to go near post, but he tried to go back across the keeper. It was actually easy for him to score than miss that chance. And as much as everyone calls him a professional and he's focused on England, he's got to be thinking about his next move, mate. He's got to be. Because at the end of the day, it'll be his last move, his last big move. He's probably going to go from, what is he on, like 100 and odd grand at Tottenham? He's probably going to shoot up to 300 if he goes Man City or something. So you can't help but think about that kind of money. It's just a natural, normal thing.
It is what it is, isn't it? If he does go and say Conte does come in, you will get a lot of money for him, because Daniel Levy's good in the transfer market in terms of he drives like a hard bargain. The players we bought might not be great, but he gets them for decent money. And I think we'll probably get about 120 million. And if he's going to reinvest that, there's players out there that we could buy. And especially like if Conte comes in, and I know like Lukaku would have come, but maybe someone.
Mate, you don't know. I've learned in football, mate. You can't never say never anymore because so much crazy shit's happened, and that's why I'm saying, like we'll move on to it in a minute about the rumours and stuff. Like it's a big transfer window for both West Ham and Tottenham, and as I said, we'll get onto it in a minute, but it's a big one. But going back onto the managers, I just feel, if David Moyes leaves West Ham, it's only the owner's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Like if he goes back to Everton, mainly because they've let his contract's going to run out. I think if it's not run out already, it's going to run out. It is what it is. But I mean, I have no idea. It's just one of them things. I hope that they keep him. They say to him, look, here's your deal. Here's what you need. Take whatever you need. Get whatever you need to get in the summer window. But other than that, it's a crazy time. It's unprecedented, isn't it? I think the only other time this happened with managers was when I think Liverpool was out of manager, Man City was out, and then that's when they brought in Pep and Klopp, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was I mean, I can't remember a time when there's been this many good quality managers out of a job. So you're talking about Conte, Allegri. Who else is out of a job? Those two in particular. And it's a summer where it's going to be a knock-on effect because if they take managers from other clubs, they then need to find managers. They need to find managers as well. And you could see some like really strange appointments, like the Crystal Palace one. Frank Lampard going to Crystal Palace that's a weird one because they're a club that are just happy to be in the Premier League. And for him as a manager, like what really could he achieve with them? Probably nothing. Like they had Roy Hodgson.
It goes back to Lampard not really having a philosophy, in my opinion. And he's going to play good one week, play bad the next week because he doesn't. I look at Lampard, I don't see no philosophy in him. When he was at Chelsea, he didn't have a set team. He didn't have a formation. He was chopping and changing every week. You can do that at Chelsea and get away with it. You can't do that at Palace. I think it'll be a good appointment, and it'll be where he can, what's that saying about chip his teeth or whatever it is,
Yeah.
Get his experience. But I don't know. Me personally, if Lampard's career does go good in management, I see him at West Ham eventually.
Would they have him back though? I mean, after all the stuff that happened when he left.
Mate, ultimately, I don't care what the fans want. Ultimately, it's not about what the fans want. And if the fans don't realise that in football by now, they're never going to realise it. The board will only do what they want to do. And at the end of the day, most fans are fickle anyway. I mean, at the end of the day, if Lampard went Palace and got them into Europe, for example, and we're struggling, and Lampard's proved himself as a manager, you're not going to take him because of what he did in the past. Like, be real, man. At the end of the day, it is what it is. It's football. At the end of the day. It's not like he's killed someone. Do you know what I mean? He left the football club because we sacked his dad. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, and it was a long time ago as well, wasn't it? To be fair, a lot of fans, like younger fans, won't even know the situation that happened.
The thing with Lampard, right, was we give it to him, and he gave it back, kissing the Chelsea badge and whatever, because we give it to him.
Yeah.
We used to call him Big Fat Frank. And then they used to be like 1 curry, 2 curry, 3 curry, 4, and then it was like there's an old song about it, mate. Like they used to eat all his food. Like they used to give it to him all the time as fans. So if you're gonna give it, you got to take it. That's the way it is in life, mate.
Yep.
So yeah, me personally, I won't give a shit. I mean, there's not one person in this world that I'd say I'll never have again. Like me, I'd take Dimitri Payet back in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Because other than Paolo Di Canio, since Di Canio, he's probably was our best ever player, in my opinion.
Yeah,
The
he's
way
that.
he came in, and he was a revelation. Free kicks he was scoring, it was insane, mate. But yeah, that is what it is, and unfortunately, I don't think we'll be getting a player like that. But yeah, so Everton, I reckon, will get Nunes. Palace will get Lampard. Wolves apparently are getting some geezer called Ligri or something. I don't know.
Probably some Portuguese manager from the Liga NOS.
Yeah, I think it is a Portuguese manager, but I'm not sure.
What a surprise.
Let me actually. Well, I can Google it while I'm here, mate. What am I on about?
It's probably going to be someone from like the Liga NOS who's had like decent experience, or yeah, it'd be someone strange that we've never heard of.
Yeah, most probably. But Wolves have got that. Yeah. So it's Lage, Lage.
Oh, Bruno Lager.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, Bruno Lager. Sorry, mate. You know what I mean? I can't say names very good
No,
either.
it's fine. He's one of the. I used to get him as a coach on Football Manager all the time. That's the only way I know. I think he was a fitness coach, maybe. Maybe now he's a manager.
He's set to be confirmed as Wolves manager. Basically, if he's granted a work permit.
Oh yeah, because we've got these EU dodgy laws now with stuff. And
I mean,
he'll get a work permit. It's fine. We give everyone work permits here. I mean, if a guy who picks fruit in the field can get a work permit, I'm sure a football professional can. So it's not going to be a problem.
all right, mate. Well,